I am now back online. We have had another retirement while you've been away, and that is Ryan, unfortunately. So we're on lap 40. Let's run through what's going on here. I'm not quite sure how, after everything was happening earlier, but Dan Blackwell is in the lead of the race. Anthony Bauer is second. Third is Patrick in the Renault. There he is. Fourth is Stephen Harrison now. Jamie Keats is fifth. And he's still going on those tyres he pitted on lap 1 with. So very, very old tyres there. Dean Barry, we saw him make a mistake earlier on. He is in 5th position. There we go. He has sorted himself back out again. Yes, Anthony Bauer leads from Patrick. Stephen Harrison 3rd. Jamie Keats is 4th. Dean Barry is 5th. 6th for Jamie Callan in the first of the Red Bull. 7th for Sam Congreve. 8th is Dan Blackwell. 9th and 10th are the 2 racing points. And that's a very good effort by the 2 racing points, considering they were both right down at the back of the field earlier on. After that, the mistake from both drivers needing a change of front wing. In fact, 2 front wings needed from them. Sam is in the pits. He's making his second stop. I think he's made an error somewhere. So we saw Dan Blackwell making a stop. He's now got back past Sam and into 7th position. And yes, new front wing going on the McLaren. So he's obviously made an error somewhere. He's now dropped behind 1 racing point. He's not going to drop behind the other one. Too far back. So right now, Anthony Bauer leads by 15 seconds. And you've got to say as well, Patrick's doing a fine job because he's still there in 2nd place. And he's still 4 seconds clear of Stephen Harrison. So still a very good effort here from Patrick. Having a very good race once again. Don't forget here as well, you get fastest lap for those inside the top 10. You get an extra point. So at the moment, that is Dean Barry in 5th position. He gets an extra point. And for those outside the top 10, the person with the fastest lap gets 2 points. At the moment, that's Matt Anderson in 11th position. So that's a good effort from him in the Renault. So Anthony Bauer continues to pull away once again in the lead. Now up to over 15 seconds. Patrick having a very good race again. And he's still maintaining that 4-second gap. Look at this battle here though. Jamie Keats, who we've seen him do some fantastic overtaking manoeuvres through the race, has got him up into 4th place. Temporarily ran as high as 3rd. But he's now coming under pressure from a recovering Dean Barry, who is had to make a second stop after a spin in that Mercedes. Ollie pits for Racing Point. But Jamie's now made these tyres here on their 40th lap. And he's coming in the pit. So 40 laps is about as far as he can go on those. We're on lap 42. 28 laps to go still. So how many more stops are people going to make? We know definitely I think Dean is going to stop again. And where does Jamie come out? He comes out in 7th place. He's come out behind Dan Blackwell. So that earlier stop for Dan has really helped him. Arthur Bowler now picks from 8th position. So is this now what we were talking about with Joey earlier on? Jamie Callan is 5th. Doing a good races, Jamie. Kept him out of trouble a lot of the time. He's up in 5th, but I think he's going to have to concede a position to his teammate here, Dan Blackwell, for the championship, who's running 6th at the moment. Of course, they're quite a long way behind Dean and Barry, but Dean, we're pretty sure, has to stop again, and probably the next few laps. His tyres are losing grip now. Oh, as Jamie runs very wide there. But Dean's starting to lose a bit of time. I've got to say, if I was Red Bull, I would do this sooner rather than later. Because look at Jamie and Keats right up behind Dan. So they need to move them, need to swap them around. So at least Jamie can possibly hold up Jamie, who's a definite thorn in the side here. And you can see how much closer the two Red Bulls are getting to each other. Now, is Jamie just going to blend off the throttle here? Yes, he is. There you can see it happening. He's just blending off the throttle a little bit. Well, I thought he was. He was moving to one side. Looks like they might be doing on the next lap. He has given his teammate the DRS though, which will help him through to stay ahead of the Haas. Now, where are they going to do it? They need to somehow get Dan ahead of Jamie and keep Jamie ahead of Jamie Keats. And is it happening there? No, not quite. Ooh, very close. A bit too close for comfort there, I think, for the Haas manager. Look how close Jamie Keats now is. But, so, I mean, the S's will be quite a good place to do it, but we've seen how audacious that Haas is this afternoon. And I think he could be doing it again because he's just so close to the back. He's hanging on brilliantly. He really got that Haas set up well because he's hanging on to the back of that Red Bull through the twisty section of the track. Absolutely brilliantly. Red Bull have got to do something now. Maybe into the last corner. Possibly. Let's have a look. But they can't be having here Jamie Callan holding up down for too long. Jamie keeps runs a little bit wide. Surely this time DRS opening to one side. He's defending his position though, doesn't he? So the team orders aren't coming into effect here because and well, Dan's had a great exit out of the first corner. Oh, there's contact between the two Red Bulls. This is unbelievable. Jamie Callan far from helping his teammate out in the World Championship. He's causing him problems. Look at Jamie Keats weaving around in the background. This is not going to go down well with Dan Blackwell or with their manager here. And they've made contact! And Jamie Keats is in there as well! Can you believe it? There's another virtual safety car. The two Red Bulls have made contact. This is unbelievable. We heard from them earlier and Dan is out of the race. And so was Jamie Callan. The two Red Bulls have retired from the race. Disaster. It was all starting to come together for them. And the two Red Bulls have retired from the Grand Prix. We could be seeing a full course safety car here. Dean Barry has jumped on the chance to take a pit stop. And can you believe it? The two Red Bulls have made contact and are out of the race. Jamie Keats has got a stop as well there. He was sort of him victim in all that. And ended up colliding with them. But disaster for Red Bull. And also disaster for Jamie Keats here because I think he's going to fall back behind Sam Congreve. So let's have a look here. What is going on? Absolute disaster. There is going to be massive words in the Red Bull garage, most definitely, and with their manager, because James Callan was defending his position. He was on 30-lap old tyres as well there. That was the incredible thing. He was on 30-lap old tyres. Dan Blackwell was on brand new tyres, fighting for the World Championship. And, well, can you believe it? Well, who would have thought that? The two Red Bulls have connected. They've taken each other out. I'm trying to see if I can get hold of Ryan here for an interview. But can you believe it? So, Ryan, if you can just make sure, mate, your audio's included, just so people can still hear you on the stream.
There we go. Just included.
So, first race for you in this league. How was it for you? You had a great qualifying, 8th on the grid. You ended up retiring from the race. I didn't see the retirement when it happened. Had gone at the time. What happened? What caused you to retire?
Turn 4. I'd been so consistent through that corner and I just caught too much of the curb.
We've seen quite a few cars. Yeah, we've seen quite a few cars. Both Mercedes have crashed there today. But you must be pleased. You qualified 8th on the grid. You were running well. You were in the top 10 for most of the race. You must be pleased with your debut race.
Yeah, I'm very pleased. I got quite lucky in qualifying with the rain coming at the end of Q2. So I got quite lucky to get through to Q3, but overall I'm more than happy. I only had a couple of hours to practice in the Alpha, so yeah, I'm more than happy with what I managed to get out of it today.
Good. Well, it was a good drive for you. Unlucky for you not to finish. And we will see you again next week at Belgium.
Definitely. See you next week.
Cheers. Thank you very much for that, Ryan. So that was Ryan Sermon in the Alfa Romeo. He retired from this race earlier on. I'm still reeling from the shock of the two Red Bulls coming together. I heard from Joey Allen earlier, so there's very little communication between him and Jamie Callan throughout the week. Didn't realise he was racing till quite late on today. And, it's all fallen apart for Red Bull. So I'm going to see if I can talk to Joey Allen. He has actually left the session at the moment, but race order, back to the race. We're on that 48 out of 70. Anthony Bauer leads the race now by 16 seconds from Patrick, who's still driving a phenomenal race in this Renault. Stephen Harrison is third, not making that much of an impression on the Renault ahead of him. Dean Barry is fourth. He took the opportunity under the fourth virtual safety car of the race after the Red Bulls retired to go on to set a medium to the end. So he's running fourth. Sam Congery, what a race he's having. Very quiet race. Haven't seen an awful lot of him. But he started fifth. He's still fifth despite all the cars overtaking him around him. He's still up there in fifth place. Jamie Keats is in sixth. Having another fine race as well. Arthur Bowler, don't forget he was right at the back early on as well. He is up to seventh place now in the racing point. There is Matt Anderson. Again, haven't really seen a lot of him. He started down near the back as well, I believe. I'll just try and find out exactly where Matt started. He started 13th. He's up into 8th place. Ollie, he started 6th. Of course, we saw him spin at the end of one of the safety car periods. He is now in 9th place. Callum will be delighted with this. He's in 10th in the Williams. Again, kept himself out of trouble. We saw him have that spin earlier on that necessitated the front wing change. He is now in 10th position. He's only 2.5 seconds clear of this man though, Joe Newman. He is in 11th place. Gregor Telford is 12th. And Gareth Lambourne, keeping himself out of trouble, is in 13th position. And looking good here for another 8 points. And adding on to the 15 that Jamie Keats is heading for in 6th position, 23 points is a very good return for Renault, especially for Haas, especially when you see that Renault look like getting an awful lot of points as well. At the moment they're on for 34 points. So it will just about keep them in touch in the World Championship. Don't forget, a potential 47 points is on offer per race. 48 points is on offer per race here for these cars. So still in with a shout there. But what damage has the Red Bull contact here done to Dan Blackwell's championship aspirations? He will keep second place in the championship, I believe. Actually, no, he won't. If things stay as they are. Oh, and off goes Gareth there as he lets one of the Mercedes through. But as things stay as they are, Anthony Bow with pole position getting a point on the board. And I believe he's also got fastest lap as well here. And if he has, that will mean, no, he hasn't quite got fastest lap, but even with the pole position, he will overtake Dan Blackwell as things stand in the World Championship by a point and take second in the championship, meaning complete domination for Ferrari as it stands. And also, Red Bull look like slipping a long way behind Mercedes. Although Mercedes only have one car left in the race, that car is up in 4th place, gaining 18 points with the extra point for fastest lap. So at the moment, you've got to say Anthony Bow does look as if he's just on a cruise. He's just under 17 seconds ahead of Patrick in second position. Stephen Harrison is third. Don't forget, he started 9th, but he is starting to close up. He's now down to just 2.5 seconds behind Patrick. That could be a good fight toward the end of the race, as could this one here. This is Sam Convery in the McLaren. He is just 2 seconds clear of, there he is, Jamie Keats. And look at that, just behind that is Arthur Bowler. He probably can't believe that he's in the shout of 5th place here after being so far away at the back of the field earlier in the race. But he is currently in 7th place and closing up on the 2 in front of him. So it's been a great race so far. So many retirements. Let's just run through them for you. Andrew in the Williams crashed, was hit by another car going into turn 1. Matt Goodyear as well spun out. So did Scott Larvin. At Waddington, we heard from him. He spun out in turn 4. So did Brian Sturman in the Alfa Romeo. We heard from him as well. And the 2 Red Bulls hit each other and are both out of the race. So that is your time. It's down to 13 runners. So I'll see if I can get maybe one of them in there. It'd be great to have a chat with one of the Red Bull drivers to see what actually happened there, because we heard from Joey Allen earlier on there was supposed to be team orders going on between those two, and well, those team orders have just fallen apart. So, meanwhile, this is the battle now for second place between Patrick Orozco in the Renault, followed by Stephen Harrison closing in. Can anything stop this being a Ferrari 1-2? I'm going to see if I can get, Dan has told me he's up for an interview, so let's see if I can get him to the party. So it'd be great to hear from him what happened. So, but there is the fight that's getting closer and closer. Patrick Orozco and Stephen Harrison in the battle for second place. Dan Blackwell, thank you so much for joining me. Can you just make sure your audio is included so that people can hear you on the stream, mate? Good. So, what happened there? Contact between the 2 teammates, and you're both out of the race. What happened?
It wasn't any contact. Me and Jamie, sort of met the other Jamie. We were racing with it. It's part of the game. I think he touched the curb at turn 6, spun, came back across the track, and I've just gone straight into the side of him. And then I managed to salvage it as I've come through the chicane, got tapped from the rear, taking the wall.
So well, I mean, we spoke to your manager earlier on, and he was saying about using Jamie as a backup to you for the World Championship. But we saw you trying to overtake him earlier on. Were you surprised when he was fighting you as hard as he was?
No, not really. Germany was interesting last week. You know, we're both losing. I mean, I was definitely on the quicker side, definitely quicker. It's one of those, and I can miss 3 races, and that's one of them. So that's
Well, thank you so much for your interview there, Dan. Remarkably calm. Look forward to seeing you next week. You looking forward to Belgium?
yeah, favourite track, mate. Love Spa.
Excellent. So have a good one, mate. Have a good week, and we'll
Thanks,
see
mate.
you again next week. Thanks so much for joining us.
You have a good work, mate. Cheers.
Thank you very much. So, there you heard from Dan. Remarkably calm, it has to be said there, considering what's happened. But, well, Jamie spun in turn 5, from what we've heard, and Dan collected him. I'm still surprised, I have to say, at how hard Jamie was fighting his teammate who's fighting for the championship on older, more worn tyres, harder tyres, and he was still fighting extremely hard. But Dan, very circumspect about that, and it's okay. Look at this. This is what we've been waiting to see. Patrick Orozco going to very, very defensive. Stephen Harrison having to go to the outside. How late is Patrick going to brake? And he's still braked very nicely. Stephen gets a little bit of wheel spin on the exit. I think that will keep Patrick ahead of him for one more lap. So this is now the fight for second position. Stephen going for a Ferrari 1-2. They're nearly 20 seconds now behind the leader, Anthony Bauer, who is still continuing to pull away. But what a drive by Patrick. We're on lap 55. If he can hang on for another 15 laps, he will take his second consecutive second position. He finished second in Germany, and he's running second here. You've got to say, can't help feeling Stephen. Yes, he's on slightly older tyres, but they are softer. I think he may, in the next few laps, certainly have an advantage. So let's see if Patrick can defend it. Another time penalty though for Stephen. That could be an interesting one going into the race later on. When we get to the end of the race, when they add the penalties on, maybe that's why he's so anxious to get past that Renault. He knows he's got a few penalties to his name. And once again, they come out onto the pit straight. Patrick, I think, is going to go right. We saw him do this on the last lap. Go super defensive, almost right up to the white line, and leaves Stephen no space on the inside at all. He's positioning his car very, very well, is Patrick. You've got to say, and he's getting good exit out of turn 1 as well. So, which is really, really helping him. Now, the other interesting thing with this, catching them over a second a lap at the moment on much fresher tyres, not brand new tyres, but much fresher tyres, is Dean Barry. We saw him spin out earlier from second position. Or he was running as high as second, challenging Anthony Barrow. Then he made a mistake after his first stop and has had to make an extra stop as a result. But he's now just 9 seconds behind this battle and closing at about a second a lap. So Stephen Harrison here could come under pressure from Dean Barry very, very soon. The other fight that's going on is Joe Newman makes a second stop. Look at this fight going on here as well. This is Sam Congreve with Jamie Keith. Sam going defensive. Jamie goes around the outside. That's brave. That's brave. Has he braked too late? I think he might just hang on to that. His wheels will recall. Jamie's got the DRS and there's nothing Sam can do. Jamie up into 5th position. What a drive it's been from Jamie. Up into 5th. And not far behind that, there is the pink racing point of Arthur Bowler. He's running in 7th position. So another good fight going on here. And look at this once again. But this time Patrick didn't even need to defend, because he had got far enough ahead. So what a fight this is here for second position. Patrick Orozco, who hasn't been in the league for that long. He scored 38 points, but a massive 21 of them was for the last race. So he's only been in a few races in this league. He's really putting out some fantastic performances. He gets a penalty there as well. Took a little bit too much curb in turn 4. But he is doing a great job of keeping that Ferrari behind him. There's no doubt that that Ferrari is a quicker car and has a better engine, but he is doing a brilliant job. And if anything, look, in that middle part of the lap, just stretching the gap out a little bit. So, very, very good job. Callum, we saw him make a pit stop earlier. He's now on the tail of Gregor Telford in the battle for 10th position. What a race this has been for Callum. Really kept himself out of trouble, and now he looks like getting a top 10 finish as Arthur Bowler gets past Sam Congreve now as well. As Callum's having a look up the inside, and Stephen pits. That's a bold move. Stephen in the pits, in the Ferrari, and Callum gets through. Now, what are they going to put on him? Is he going to go for an extra point? Well, he's going to drop behind Dean. There's no doubt about that. That drops him to 4th place because there's so much less pressure on these Ferraris now, with both Red Bulls out of the race. So, brand new set of soft tyres. Those soft tyres are on that Ferrari. Stephen comes out in 4th position. So he's 11 seconds behind Dean, who's still just about catching Patrick. So he's trying to do what Lewis Hamilton did last year with Max Verstappen, make a late stop, go onto a set of softs and close very quickly. The difference is here is he has got another car to get past. And as we saw earlier on with Dean Barry, just because you've got the brand new soft tyres on doesn't mean to say you're not immune to making a mistake. So let's see how hard Stephen pushes here. At the moment, he's on 17 points, which will extend his lead out to 28 points, which is more than a race weekend. So it put him in a very, very strong position to retain his World Championship. He won it last season, don't forget, and he's looking very, very good to retain it now after the Red Bulls take each other out. There is Patrick still losing ground to Dean. We're on lap 59. Patrick just fading a little bit towards the end of this race, but he's still maintaining a strong second. I say he's fading just because he just seems to be struggling for pace and grip a little bit. I've seen him a few times running a little bit wide, bit of wheel spin. A little bit of heavy breathing in the engine there. That's what that little bit of steam was out the back of the engine. But he's now slipped to 22 seconds behind this man, Anthony Bauer, who once again is having a trouble-free run out front. Driving superbly. There is Stephen Harrison. He is now 9 seconds off of Dean Barry. He already has taken about 2 seconds out of the Mercedes, and he's going to catch him extremely quickly. Don't be surprised to see Dean pit as well and go for the fastest lap, because he's got well over 40 seconds behind him to Jamie Keats. So Gregor Telford has managed to get back past Callum, so that's a fine effort. He's done 50 laps on those tyres. He pitted very, very early in the race after a spin, and he is still going, and Gregor's off the track again, I think. Oh, he's run a little bit wide because now he's lost 2 places, and Stephen, wow, smashes the fastest lap at 1:18.695. He is on an absolute charge in 4th place. Took 3 seconds out of Dean on that lap. The gap between him and Dean down to less than 8 seconds now. Dean is just matching Patrick now. Patrick's up to his pace a little bit, maintaining that 6-second gap behind him quite nicely in the Renault. So, well, what a race we've had here. High drama, a little bit of controversy there with the Red Bulls. Joey's already messaged me privately and said he's not happy at all with his drivers, with the contact of both retiring from the race. So this is the other fight on track. This is Jamie Keats running a brilliant race from the back of the field after a qualifying ban and having to stop early after contact. He is 5th despite all that. Gregor Telford makes a late stop. Nothing to lose. He won't lose a position. He's far enough ahead of Gareth Lambourne, so don't worry about that. Callum and Joe Newman having a fantastic fight there for 10th place, and I think Joe's just going to have that. Joe's down the inside, and yes, Joe's made that one stick to take 10th position. But this is the other close fight out on track. Very similar cars, you'd have to say here. And I would say as well, very similar drivers. These two do seem to be very evenly matched. They're behind them, just falling back a little bit is Sam Congreve in the McLaren. The McLaren not quite suiting him maybe as much as they thought, despite his brilliant grid position. He qualified 5th on the grid here today, did Sam. But he's currently running in 7th. Let's just go through where people started to where they are now. Well, Anthony Bauer right out front, which row qualified. Patrick 2nd, he qualified 3rd. He'll be very happy with that. Dean qualified 2nd, is currently 3rd. Well, he'll be disappointed after the mistake earlier. Stephen Harrison, well, he'll be pleased. His championship rivals out. He started 9th on the grid. He's 4th. Jamie Keeks will be delighted. Started 20th and he's up in 5th. Arthur Bolus qualified 15th after a mistake in Q2. Despite all the problems that the Racing Points have had, he's 6th and pushing Jamie Keeks hard for 5th. So he'll be pleased with that. Sam started 5th, is currently 7th. But again, I would say he's pretty pleased with that. When you look at the pace of the others around him. Matt Anderson, I haven't seen him really all day. And he started 13th on the grid. And he's up into 8th place now with the retirements going on around him. At least 3 cars ahead of him have retired. That's both Red Bulls and Ant Waddington. So Matt Anderson's benefited hugely and is up in 8th position. Ollie started 6th, is now 9th. He'll be disappointed with that. His mistake at the end of the safety car period. Joe Newman, don't forget we spoke to Joe toward the end of qualifying. He said he was aiming for 12 positions to be as best as he could aim for. Well, he is currently in 10th place, just ahead of Callum Harrod. Callum will be pleased with that, 11th position. Gregor Telford, he started 17th on the grid. He's currently 12th. Gareth Lamborn, I think, please. He started 19th and has kept himself out of trouble once again and is up in 13th position. Stephen stopped catching as quickly as I thought he would. He really took a big chunk out of Dean early on, but now the gap stabilised at 7.5 seconds. Meanwhile, it's Dean Harrison who's making a mistake. Dean Barry who's homing in on the car ahead of him. And look at that, that's Callum getting past Joe Newman and losing out again. Callum's run off the track and has had to let the lead through, and Joe Newman does exactly the same thing. So those two are having a great fight for 10th place. But yes, there's the Renault, there is the Mercedes. That is going to be the fight. You saw how wide that Renault was with the Ferrari was behind it. Now, can we see in the last few laps if he can maintain that 2nd position ahead of a Mercedes, which is on much younger tyres than the Ferrari was. Quite a big difference in age of those two cars. But, well, we saw how determined Patrick has been. It's been another fine race. Driver of the day so far for me, well, I don't really know who to give this to. I'm actually going to give this to a 2-way tie. I'm going to say Patrick Orozco and Jamie Keeks, I would say. Jamie's driven a fantastic race and bold, aggressive moves through the field to move himself up into 5th. And Patrick, well, has just driven superbly once again. Anthony Bauer, I've got to say, was close to getting it well. He's driven another brilliantly controlled race and leads it now by 24 seconds. He's practically got a pit stop in his pocket now. And he has driven absolutely brilliantly for 2 races in a row and is bringing himself back into this championship fight. As things stand, he's gaining 26 points and his teammate's gaining 17. That will mean he's gaining 9 points. So that will put him within a race weekend of his teammate. So he'll be 27 points behind his teammate. So that is a race weekend, because you get pole position, win the race and fastest lap, you get 27 points. So he will be delighted to close that gap back down again. But this is the fight now. We're on lap 65. Anthony Bauer has started lap 65. Gareth has pitted as well. He's going to the fastest lap outside the top 10. Very, very quickly is currently held by Joe Newman. He holds that at the moment, so he's getting an extra 2 points for Toro Rosso. He'll be pleased with that. Every little point will held there. And Stephen holds the fastest lap of the race. But this is the fight now on track. Patrick Orozco, who has just defended that second position all day, hasn't had to for long periods of the race, but then he defended very well from Stephen, and now he's defending from Dean Barry. These two, we saw toward the end of the last season, Dean a couple of times in Singapore, close up to other cars and just get a little bit impatient and spin out. He's been a lot better this season, but he has made a mistake in this race across the clear. He should be a long way clear of that Renault, but for that spin early on in the race. Callum and Joe still fighting hard over that 10th position, but can he line that Renault up? That Renault now is on 34 lap old hard tyres, so they're the hardest tyres and they're very old. Deans aren't the youngest, they're 20 laps old, and Patrick's going defensive quite late there. Dean's going to go around the outside. How late is Patrick going to brake here? Dean's very late on the brakes, and he's made it stick. That was a brilliant move from Dean. Absolutely brilliant. He saw Patrick go to the inside, said no problem, I'll take the outside then, and braked brilliantly late and found enough grip to hang on round the outside. So great bold overtake there from Dean Barry. Moves him back into second place where he was earlier on. They have lost a little bit of time to Stephen Harrison, but Stephen really's not been as quick for as long on these soft tyres as I was expecting at least. He is 6.5 seconds still behind Patrick. Jamie Keats, there he is, going defensive as well now. He's got Arthur Bowler behind him. Didn't need to quite go defensive that early. There, Jamie is still quite away clear. Sam is 7 seconds down the road from him in McLaren. Let's have a look. We haven't seen him all race. Here he is. Car number 29, Matt Anderson, also with a fine drive. He's in 8th position. Again, kept himself out of trouble. And now looking like picking up some really solid points for Renault. This result here for Renault, they're picking up, as it stands, 32 points, which will lift them to 2 points, as it stands, 2 points behind Red Bull in the Constructors' Championship. Red Bull getting no points at all. Renault picking up 19 for 3rd place Patrick and 13 for 8th place Matt Anderson. They started the day 34 points behind Red Bull. They're picking up 32. They're going to be just 2 points adrift to them. So what a day this is for Renault. Racing Point, let's see how they're doing. They're picking up 15 and 12. They're picking up 27 points, which will lift them to 246. So they won't be far behind either. And Haas picking up 24 are going to be on 232. So that means there's going to be 37 points separating 3rd and 6th in the Constructors' Championship when we go to the next race in Belgium. Well, that is going to be amazing to watch, that intense fight. It was a 3-team battle for 4th. It will be a 4-team battle for 3rd, as one of the Toro Rossos moves nicely out of the way. I think that is Joe Newman. As Callum goes right off the track, and Callum's made a mistake because Joe Newman's pounced on him there. So Callum trying to be good, and Gregor Telford as well has gone through. Callum enters the pits, but mistake from Callum, who was trying to get out of the way of the leader, ran completely wide. Gregor Telford has pounced, and now he's going past Joe Newman as well. Well, we saw Gregor pit earlier on, and it was exactly the right time to pit because he's gone from 12th to 10th very quickly. So what a finish to the race here for Gregor as he goes into the top 10. Patrick still hanging on, a second behind Dean. I don't think he can come back again. Stephen is actually falling back now in 4th place. So I don't think that move to the soft tyres has been quite as successful as he was hoping. But he, like I said earlier, he won't care too much. He is going to be gaining 18 points to add to his 11-point lead over Dan Blackwell in the World Championship. And Stephen, in fact, coming back in again. He's going to have one. Oh, no, he's not. No, he's not. Oh, that was so close to him retiring. He tried to come in the pits, overshot the pit entry, and so nearly hit the wall. That would have seen him retire from the race. Can you believe it? And now he's being unlapped by Gareth. So Gareth backs out of that one in the end. But we're on lap 69 now. Second to last lap. It feels like it's been a long, long race today. So let's see. If anything else is going to happen in these last few laps. As Anthony Bauer now on his way, he's on the last lap of the race. He has driven superbly, he has dominated the race from the beginning, took pole position, and while I said in Germany it was becoming imperative, he had to start putting in some performances to keep himself in the championship hunt before Ferrari devote fully behind Stephen Harrison and their manager Michael Booker. He's going to really be facing a lot of pressure now. These two Ferraris closing back up to each other in the World Championship. But Anthony Bauer, as I said, he needed some stellar performances and he's done it both races. He started in pole and won in Germany, and he started on pole here and he's dominated the race. He's got a 23-second lead, almost enough for a pit stop. And Anthony Bauer rounds the final corner to win the Hungarian Grand Prix. What a race it has been from him. Absolutely fantastic win for him. Sam Congreve has finished as well. He was lapped. He comes home in 7th. Here is Dean Barry to be in 2nd place. Well, spin for him costs him the chance of potentially going for the victory. He comes on 2nd. Patrick Orozco will be delighted with yet another podium. 2 races, 2 podiums. What a drive from Patrick. Here comes Stephen. I think he was disappointed in the end. Lost a lot of ground in those last couple of laps. He comes home 4th. Jamie Keats. What a drive from... Oh, he so nearly loses it. Is it raining out there? Because they look like they're struggling to grip a little bit. No, it's not raining, but Jamie really did lose a lot of grip coming out of turn 8 there. But Matt Anderson's finished as well. So has Joe Newman. Now Ollie finishes as well, and Gregor comes home in 10th place. Here comes Jamie Keats. He hung on to 5th. He's had a great race in that house. He comes home 5th. There is Arthur Bowler in 6th place. Only one more person to cross the line, and he's done it now. It's Callum Harrod. So, well, in the end, the top 3 on the grid were the top 3 in the race in the same order, but it very nearly wasn't like that. I'm going to try and invite them all now, and the winning manager as well, Michael Booker. So I'm just going to get them all into a party so we can have a chat with the top 3. So hopefully they will all be joining us very soon. But, well, what a race we had there. There we have the final race results. Anthony Bauer wins from Dean Barry. Patrick Horosco, an excellent third. Stephen Harrison, fourth. Arthur Bowler recovered to fifth. Drove very, very well there. Jamie Keaton, sixth. Seventh for Sam. Eighth for Matt Anderson. Ninth for Ollie. Joe Newman, 10th. And the only other finishers, Gregor Telford finished 11th. Callum, 12th. And Gareth, good race for him. Kept himself out of trouble. Finishes in 13th position. Well, welcome, gentlemen. It's a good race. I'm going to start off with you, Anthony Bauer. Well, you 2 races, 2 pole positions, 2 race wins. You must be so pleased with that.
That was the most boring hour and 40 minutes of my entire life. I was basically like a practice session. There was just no one around. I mean, Dean was with me the first few laps, and he had me really, really scared for a while. And then the rest of the race, it was just trying to keep my concentration, which was very difficult.
Yeah, I mean, you dominated the race all the way through. A lot of action going on around you. Must have been difficult to keep that concentration, like you said. But you're getting yourself back into the World Championship now. Is that something you're starting to think about? Because you're closing the gap quite quickly now.
I'd rather not take the championship from Steve, but I mean, if I keep winning, there's only so much I can do. I'm not gonna stop. So.
Yeah, well, by my calculations, after today's results, you're 27 points behind now, and you started the day 36. So you've definitely closed the gap. So, but well done, good race win for you. Going to move on to Dean. Dean, well, you started on the front row. You were challenging Anthony for a while, then you made that mistake. You look like we're going on to a 2-stop strategy anyway, and you made that mistake at turn 4. That must be gutting for you.
Yeah, kind of let myself down there on turn 4, as did you.
Yeah, well, we saw your teammate, Ant Waddington, literally the lap before you crash as well there at exactly the same point. That's where he retired. So were you just struggling for grip in there, or did the track conditions change, or what happened there in turn 4?
No, once I realised that Anthony was on a one-stop, I kind of pushed too hard to catch up on the softs, which was working, but I think we came away okay, considering we had an extra pit stop and a wing change in there as well, so we went back to second, so I'm happy with that.
Yes, it was a good recovery drive. Good little fight with Patrick at the end there as well. So well done. Unlucky, but well done for coming home second.
Yeah,
Patrick, well,
nice
you
win.
started third. You finished third. But 2 races in a row you've been on the podium. You must be so pleased with that. Again, another podium for Renault.
Yeah, it was closer than I'd like to say between me and Dean on penalties I made a few mistakes in the last few laps. But no, it was a really good race. Snake was attacking me at some point before he pit, and then Dean. I didn't expect Dean to attack me towards. I didn't realize he was that close, but he had really good pace on the mediums and pushed me. But no, I'm happy with it. I thought qualifying was a fluke because I was in the wet, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we saw you have a great fight with Stephen, and then Stephen pitted to go to a set of softs toward the end. But you really defended well there.
Yeah, like that Ferrari and the Mercedes for that matter is a lot quicker than me in a straight line, so it was just really tricky to hold the inside, but I managed to do it against Steve.
Yeah, well done anyway, another podium, and I think we also have the Ferrari and the Hassan Racing Point manager Michael Booker in here as well. Is that right, Michael?
Yes.
You are indeed. So yes, must be pleased with yet another race win for Anthony there.
Oh, definitely, yeah. So I mean, it wasn't actually a strong track for us because there's not really a Ferrari track really. We was actually expecting a Merc or Red Bull to be up there when the Red Bulls going out the way they did was a bit of a surprise.
So, and a few headaches for you in the positive way, really, now, with Anthony Bauer closing the gap very quickly to Stephen in the championship. A little bit of pressure, maybe, between the two Ferrari drivers starting to get there.
As I say, it's a bad pressure and a good pressure at the same time, which means they're also in the right direction if they're both fighting for the championship, which means the constructors are literally probably close to being done now, to be fair.
Yeah, I didn't quite work out the points, but Mercedes only had 1 point scorer today. So they've got 21 points, and you've got a lot more than that. But if you go to your other teams as well, Racing Point had a disastrous start to the race, but they ended up coming through the field quite well. They were both at the back by quite a way at the start, but they both came through the field very well. I think Arthur finished 5th, and I think Ollie finished about 9th. So you must be pleased with how they came back through.
I was actually thinking as a rerun of Canada, actually, where they both actually crashed out, and I was like, oh no, here we go again. So I'd say it's actually glad that they all did well, though, because I say both the Hasses finished. We were actually the only team, actually, all our drivers actually finished the race, which was really good as well. So I'm really happy with that.
Yeah, because Jamie Keats had some incredible speed in that Haas on the hard tyres at the beginning. It's just a shame for him, really. He had that qualifying ban. He had to start at the back. So it would have been interesting to see if he was up the front where he could have finished there.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I know people saying like he was driving a day and that, but he did have one incident which could be a problem. But I say apart from that, he literally had probably one of the best drives he's done this season, to be fair.
Indeed he did. So, well, thank you very much, gentlemen. It's been a great race. Thank you, Michael, for joining me as well at the end of the race. It was a pleasure to commentate on.
Thank you, you too. Thank you, guys. And well done, everybody.
Nice race, boys. See you next week.
Yeah, nice race.
So, thank you so much, everyone, for joining me this evening.